Hey guys, it's Natalie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm just going to be doing a little bookish chat with you guys. It's a rainy night and I thought it would be the perfect time to tell you guys what I'm currently reading, what releases I'm excited for, and just about how my life is going in general. So yeah, that's what today's video is going to be, and let's just get right into it. Also, I'm fully aware that this is not the proper attire for the 80-degree heat in Florida, but you know what? My hair is greasy, so I'm wearing a beanie, and I'm cold, so I'm wearing a sweater. Don't judge me. Okay, this is a cozy video where we're just gonna chat and have a good time, so let's just get right into it. So first I thought I should start off by telling you guys what I'm currently reading. And so I am currently reading Frankly in Love by David Yoon, and he's actually the husband of Nicola Yoon, who's a popular YA contemporary romance writer, author. So I'm really enjoying this so far, and this is a library copy. I had to put it on hold because it was nowhere near any of my local libraries. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one so far actually, and I really like the premise of it, and it has fake dating tropes, which I really enjoy. And this is so beautiful. Do you see those blue stained edges? I'm really enjoying this. I feel like it's gonna get a high rating, and then if it gets a high rating, that means I'm gonna buy it so I can have my own copy with beautiful stained edges. Like, this is just so good. I'm really enjoying this. It's a lot of fun, and it has a lot of really important discussions about racism and things like that. So after I finish reading Frankly in Love, I plan on reading Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, which is a very, very hyped up thriller that is like all over BookTube right now and everyone loves it. So yeah, I'm going to be giving this one a try, see what I think. I haven't read Final Girls or The Last Time I Lied, which I heard aren't as good as Lock Every Door, but I'm definitely going to try it and see how I feel about it. I think November is like the last month of the year that is good for reading thrillers. Like, I feel like thriller season for me is September to November, and since November is almost over, I feel like it's my last opportunity to read thrillers. So yeah, I'm super excited to squeeze this one in. And after I finish Lock Every Door, I plan on reading House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig, and I actually have that on hold at my library right now, and I need to go pick it up by Tuesday, I think, and today's Friday. So yeah, I thought I would just let you guys know like what I'm currently reading. You guys kind of get a behind the scenes of what I'm reading, because I'm not going to be posting any of these books on Instagram. Maybe House of Salt and Sorrows, but not Lock Every Door and not Frankly in Love. So you guys are kind of getting like a behind the scenes action going on. So as far as I'm doing right now, I have a really bad headache. I think it's all the pressure from the rain and all that, or maybe it's the fact that I didn't drink as much coffee today as I normally do. I normally drink like 3 coffees a day, and I decided to cut back for this week because I'm on my period, and I heard that if you drink more caffeine on your period, it makes your cramps worse. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna cut back the caffeine, and it's not going well. I have a terrible headache because I only had like 1.5 coffees today, and so I'm losing it. I only have about an hour to film because my sister's gonna come home from work and she's gonna want to sleep. So I'm just trying to get this out of the way so that I can stay up tonight and edit. I have 3 more videos to film while I'm here visiting at my parents' house. So yeah. So I know a lot of people are probably confused by my living situation, but I currently live at my boyfriend's house, which is an hour away from my house that, you know, I grew up in, my parents' house, whatever. But I don't like filming at my boyfriend's house because I feel weird if like his parents like hear me just talking to the camera. I'm like so weird about it. I filmed my spookathon vlog at his house and I was so weird about it. So I film here also because one wall of my room at my parents' house is just a window. And so I have really good lighting here, and you know, no one ever really bothers me while I'm filming, so it's like a good time. So I like filming at my parents' house rather than my boyfriend's house. It's like they have like no windows at that place. I swear to God, they're like vampires because everything is so dark, terrible lighting. So I just enjoy filming at my childhood home where my family is. Also, I can always rely on my house to have Hot Pockets ready for me when I come here to film, so it's a good time. So yeah, basically to summarize, I live at my boyfriend's house pretty much 95% of the time, and then 5% of the time I come to my house and I film and I visit my family and things like that. So I know it's confusing, but that's just how it is. So now I thought I would take the time to tell you guys about some releases that I am super excited about. So the first release that I am super excited about comes out on December 3rd, and I really hope that I can pre-order it. And it's Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi, and it's the second book in the Children of Blood and Bone Orisha series. And I am so excited. Children of Blood and Bone was my favorite book of 2019, and it still has yet to be topped by another book. So far, Children of Blood and Bone was my favorite book of 2019, and Children of Virtue and Vengeance is coming out on December 3rd, and I'm so excited to know what happened. It was such a cliffhanger ending. I loved that book so much. I cried 7 times when I read it. It was a fat 5 out of 5 stars because it was just so good, and I highly recommend it. So yeah, that's the first release I'm super excited about. You know I'm gonna try to pre-order that because I want it so bad. So the next release that I'm so excited about, I don't know the exact day that it comes out. I'm pretty sure it's January 7th. But it is A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer, and it's the second book in the Cursebreaker series, and it's a sequel to A Curse So Dark and Lonely, which I only read this month, like literally last week I read it, and I loved it. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I'm so excited to get my hands on the sequel because the ending was like, oh, and Gray is getting the attention he deserves, and I'm so excited. And by the way, if anyone's wondering, I used to be Team Gray, and then the author wrote it so that you wouldn't care about Gray so much anymore, and now I'm Team Ren, so I don't know, my heart is all over the place. But anyway, yeah, I'm so excited to find out what happens in the second book. And if I plan it correctly, I'm going to try to get my hands on a signed copy of A Heart So Fierce and Broken because there's a little indie bookshop that is offering a signed copy of Bridget Kemmerer's A Heart So Fierce and Broken. So you know your girl's gonna try to get it. So the last release that I'm super excited about is The Conference of the Birds by Ransom Riggs, and it is the fifth novel in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. And I'm so excited to read it because that is one of my favorite series of all time. I've already read the first 4 books and they were all so freaking good, and I'm so happy they're extending it from a trilogy to a set of 6 books. I'm so freaking excited, and I don't know, I just love this series so much because it combines everything I love in a book, like fantasy and history and just romance and friendship and fun adventures, and I don't know, it's such a good series. I read the first 3 books in the series during the summer, and then I read the 4th book in September, so I'm so excited to get my hands on the 5th book. Man, I'm just like so pumped. Yeah, those are the books that I'm probably most excited for, and only one of them is coming out within this year, which is Children of Virtue and Vengeance. And so I'm like kind of sad the other ones aren't coming out in time for me to get them for Christmas, but you know what, it's fine. But anyway, yeah. Also, I thought I would tell you guys, your girl is employed now. So after looking for a job for literally 6 months, I finally got a job. My boyfriend's sister hooked me up with a job, and I'm going to be a sewing machine operator, and so that's a lot of fun. It's not like a conventional job, obviously, but it pays $12 an hour, so I'm so excited to get started. I'm so excited to be a member of the employed, finally start having money, so that's fun. I know I don't really like talk about that much on my channel, but I was unemployed for like 6 months, and I was really like scraping by, so I'm so excited to finally be employed. And Greg quit his job because he was working a stocking job which he hated, and so he quit, and now he's looking into going into training to be a firefighter, so that's really fun and interesting. And if he does go through with that, that means we're probably gonna have to move to the city because there's like a contract involved to where he would have to work for that specific firefighting branch for 5 years, so we would probably have to move to the city, which is exciting but also nerve-wracking. So yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at right now. I'm actually really nervous to start this job because I've never had a job where I'm a sewing machine operator at like a warehouse almost, and Greg's sister, who has the job, who recommended me the job, says she really enjoys it, and she actually moved up to like a assistant supervisor position, and I don't know, she said I really would enjoy it and that she loves her job, so I guess it's gonna be fun. I don't know, I'm really nervous about it because like retail I can do. Like that's the only jobs I've ever had is like retail jobs. I worked at Michael's and then I worked at like a dollar store chain, and it was really easy because, you know, it's just like cashiering, talking to customers, putting product onto the sales floor. Like that's easy, I can do that. But I've never had to like sew before, like as a job, like, and you have to do it right, and they like count how much you do and it counts towards your pay, and like it's just I'm so scared. Adulting is so hard, but this is like the first job I'm gonna have that has like really good pay. Like all of the jobs I've had before this have been like baseline minimum wage, like $8.05 an hour, and I'm gonna be making $12 an hour, so that's freaking insane. And I have to work a minimum of 40 hours a week, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to read as much as I normally do, which I'm really sad about because I love to religiously read. But you know what? It's fine. Gotta get that bread. How else am I gonna buy books? So while I'm here at my house, I plan on filming this video, obviously, my little bookish chat. I'm going to film an unhaul video because I have so many books that I need to get rid of to make space for new ones. And I'm going to be filming my thoughts on the Percy Jackson series that I just finished in October. And I'm also going to be filming, what else am I filming? It's the end of year book tag. Yeah, so I'm going to be filming the end of the year book tag, my thoughts on the Percy Jackson series, this bookish chat, and an unhaul video. So I have quite a few videos to film while I'm here, but you know, I thought I would film this one at night so that I have, you know, something to edit in the meantime before I can film the other videos tomorrow when it's daylight. So I'm also planning on making a TBR jar because I realized even though I'm getting rid of a lot of books, I still have a lot of books on my physical TBR and on my mental TBR, just like, you know, what I have on Goodreads that I've marked as like to read. So I'm going to be making a TBR jar, and I'm going to try in 2020 to read at least one book from my TBR jar a month because your girl has so many books that she wants to read. It's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure on my Goodreads to read list, I have over 350 books on my want to read list, and it is quite frankly ridiculous. So basically all the books that are on my physical TBR and then all of the standalone books that are on my Goodreads TBR that are at my local library, I'm going to put in this jar, and everything that is not at any libraries where I live or is a series I'm not going to put in here because those are things I have to like actively seek out to do. So yeah, I'm super excited to make a TBR jar. That's my current plan. So if you guys saw my spookathon vlog, you would know that my boyfriend Greg and I have brought a puppy into our lives, and her name is Luna. And she's an Australian Shepherd. She just hit around the 11-week mark, and we took her to get her second set of shots. So within a few months, she should be able to walk around the neighborhood and go to the dog park and all that stuff. She still needs to get her rabies vaccination, and she still needs to steadily be on her heartworm, flea, and tick prevention for a little while before we can take her out and about. But she's so cute. We love her so much. She's a little bit of a pain in the ass sometimes, but we still love her so much. She has her good days and her bad days. Like, she has her good days where she doesn't have any accidents in the house and she'll entertain herself without bothering anybody. And she'll have bad days where she has accidents in the house, pees everywhere, bites people too hard and makes them bleed, and I don't know. It's really just like a toss-up if she's gonna be good or not. She's a puppy, obviously, so you have to have extreme patience. I'm realizing that my patience is not as good as I thought it was. Like, she really tries my patience all the time, and I get so frustrated because of her. I mean, I know I can't really like fully blame her for the things she does because she is a puppy and she is learning, but it is just so frustrating, and watching her is so time consuming because when you have a puppy, you have to constantly be watching them because they can just put something in their mouth within a second. They can eat something within a second. For example, the other day I took her outside and she was literally eating rocks and mouthfuls of dirt. So you really just have to keep an eye on them 24/7. It's almost like having a newborn baby because you constantly have to watch them, and Greg and I are like taking shifts watching her. So he'll watch her for a few hours, I'll watch her for a few hours, and then when she finally goes to sleep, we can catch up on TV shows. I can read in peace without like getting up every 5 seconds because she's chewing on something she's not supposed to. We can take showers, we can eat, and so it's really a struggle. I don't know, having a puppy has really really like shown that you need to have patience and not to get frustrated, because she is a puppy and she's learning. She's been good in other aspects, like she's been really good with training actually. I taught her 2 tricks. I taught her how to sit and give me her paw, and then Greg taught her how to lay down, so she's learning things pretty well. And the only thing that she's really been struggling with is being on a leash. Like, she wails and screams like she's getting skinned alive, and it's truly a nightmare. Like, and she'll try to bite it off of her neck, and then she'll like try to pee on it so that we take it off of her. Like, she's very smart. So the only thing she's really been struggling with is the leash. Like, with potty training and tricks, like, she's been really good. And she's learning to be on a bed without peeing or pooping on it, and we learned that very quickly when we took her home. When we first took her home, she peed and like all over the bed, and it was so gross, and we had to change the sheets so many times. But now she's finally getting to the point where she realizes like the bed and the couch are places to lay down and not go to the bathroom. So it's been really fun. She's getting along really well with Greg's parents' dog, Olaf, and he's like a Bichon Frise poodle mix, and he's like this chubby little cotton ball, and they get along pretty well. And she's actually making him a little bit more active, which is good, because Olaf, I'm gonna be honest, is obese, and that's not, you know, by my doing or anything like that, but it's just like the human food that he's been given over the years has like piled up, and he's literally obese. So hopefully now that Greg and I will be taking Luna for walks frequently and things like that, we can take Olaf with us and he can lose some weight. So yeah, that's the plan. They get along pretty well. She encourages Olaf to be more hyper, and Olaf is very obedient of a dog, so it's kind of like monkey see monkey do with her, and she's like learning, you know, when to do things, when not to do things. Her current favorite hobbies are eating shoelaces clean off of shoes, and playing in her water bowl and pretending it's a water park. But then she hates baths. She doesn't like being submerged in water, but she likes splashing her paws around in the water bowl. So yeah, that's kind of how it's been my life lately. My life has been either reading or watching the puppy, or both. Like, that's been my entire past 3 weeks of life, is just reading and watching the puppy. That's why I just talked about her so much, because that's literally all I've been doing. So I feel guilty just being here at my house right now, like leaving Greg with the dog for a full day, because she can be a nightmare. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to get what I need to do done at my house and then leave, because I feel so bad just like leaving him with the puppy. I don't know if anything I talked about in this video is remotely interesting, or if anyone really cares. Like, I just thought I would like tell you guys what's going on in my life, like what books I'm reading, what books I want to read, like what's on my TBR, and like everything like that. So currently I actually have Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin on the way to me in the mail right now. It should be arriving at my house tomorrow, so that's really exciting. And I also ordered The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I'm reading for the Buzzwordathon. I feel like a lot of people are going to be reading that for Buzzwordathon, because it's The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and it's a really popular book. Hi, so the cat was trying to eat my lizard, but anyway. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I ordered Serpent and Dove, and I ordered The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo for the Buzzwordathon. I'm so excited. I just love ordering a good book. It just like fills a void in my heart, and I don't know, I'm just super excited. So my plan for Christmas is to kind of just repurchase books. So there's a lot of books that I checked out from the library that I gave a high rating to and that I want on my shelf, so I'm going to buy a copy of those books that I checked out from the library and really enjoyed. And I think from now on I'm going to not keep books on my shelf that are rated between 1 and 3 stars, because I don't really find a purpose in having books that I didn't really enjoy. So if it's a 4 or 5, it's going to stay on my shelf, but if it's any lower than that, then no, I'm not going to keep it on my shelf, just because I want to surround myself with the books that I love and not the books I kind of liked and not the books I hated. So that's what I really enjoy about having a library card. Like, I know it's like a new thing for me is to have a library card. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've only had a library card for like 2 months. I had one when I was younger, obviously, but it's been so many years and I've only just gotten back into reading. So that's what I just really enjoy about having a library card. If you don't like a book, you can just give it back. You never have to think about it again. And one example of this actually is I almost bought My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite. I read it in October for Spookathon, and I was so close to buying it, but I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't because I gave it a 2-star rating. So I'm happy that my library had it and I did not have to buy it. Another example of this is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I bought it because I thought I was gonna love it, and I was wrong, and I gave it 2.5 stars, and now I just have it sitting on my shelf, and now I don't know what to do with it because I don't want it anymore. I'm never gonna read it again. I didn't learn anything from it. I didn't like it. So you see my dilemma here. So basically I'm just saying that I'm thankful for libraries because if I don't like a book, I can just return it. I actually almost bought Frankly in Love, but I didn't. I was so close. But I actually might pick up a copy because A, this is a beautiful book, and B, I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to my video. I don't know if anyone actually cared about the crap that I talked about or if it was important to anybody. But you know, I just thought I would do a little bookish chat and tell you guys how my life is going, what books I'm currently reading, what's on my TBR, what books I'm excited for, and things like that. So thank you guys for coming to my hashtag TED Talk, and thanks for listening. We're best pals now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye!